Of course, now there's more dirt on that doctor that was dragged off the United Airlines flight. So funny where this is going. Of course, TMZ is dug up, and he's got some scandal in his past, like most of us do. But the guy got his ass kicked on an airplane, drug off. We don't even know if he made his flight. And now we're finding out that he's had problems with his medical license in the past and gambling.
Yeah, he was convicted on 6 felony counts of obtaining drugs by fraud and deceit and was given 5 years probation for that. In 2015, the medical board lifted his suspension and allowed him to practice medicine again, but then later, I guess, imposed restrictions on his right to practice. He can only practice internal medicine in an outpatient facility 1 day a week.
He's a professional gambler, too. He's won some earnings. They've got pictures and video of him doing some of the poker, the professional World Series of Poker.
Yeah, he's walked away with over $117,000 in winnings from one tournament.
Yeah.
Total, he's won $234,000.
Well, he's about to walk away with an entire airport.
He's about to be the CEO of United.
It is really, in a sense, so kind of messed up, though, how social media works. Not only for United and the fact that they've got to deal with this after the video goes viral of him getting dragged off their plane, but on the other flip side of this, because really all this information is completely irrelevant to the story.
It is, but it isn't.
Because
when he was a sweet, innocent doctor just trying to get to his patients, I felt bad for him. But now that I know that he was a doctor that exchanged prescription medications for sex, I have a different opinion.
Virginia's completely right.
When I thought he was a sweet, innocent, profiled Chinese guy, I was like, this is not fair.
And it's true, it does make you feel different, but honestly, does it matter?
No.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And with most people, it's not going to matter, but there's going to be a percentage of people that are going to say, fuck that guy, deserves what he got, shouldn't cheat people.
Well, because some people are saying, look, the guy was, being an uncooperative asshole. That's the hard line approach that some people are taking to the guy's response to it. And so anybody who hears this story now, they'd be going, see, and the guy was a dick on top of it. Look what he did. They're going to have less sympathy for the guy.
I fully get what you're saying.
But again, it's completely irrelevant.
It taints it. There's a little taint now on Dr. David Dow.
It probably changes a little bit of the passion. It shouldn't change the logic of how you feel, but it might change the passion on how you feel.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be funny to see what winds up with that whole story.
He was giving prescriptions in exchange for sex. Like if you had a pill habit and you were a hot chick or a hot guy, I don't know what he's into, but he exchanged prescriptions for sex.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
When you say it, you're like, all right, well, maybe he deserved to get his ass kicked.
I mean, kind of a victimless crime, isn't it? No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see here. Some of the stuff we got going on today, your emails. A little bit about that 13 Reasons Why, the show that Magnolia was into. It's all over Netflix. And, it's kind of like now our Netflix is very much like the grocery store, and it's about placement. And it's front and center when you go into Netflix.
Yeah,
it's right there.
They've been pushing it hard.
They want to sell it.
And it caught the attention of my daughter, who is going to be 12, and her little friend that was over this weekend, who's going to be 13. And they sat down, and they only got to episode 2.
Okay.
They were watching it. I hear at the end, there's some brutal stuff. I got a text message yesterday that there's like a rape scene.
Yeah, that was the one thing, and it was kind of, we were talking about it early, so I didn't want to say rape scene.
And then there's a suicide. You also see a suicide.
Yeah, and you also see a kid jerking off.
Yeah, that's a little much for my 12-year-old.
Yeah.
That's not 13 and over, in my opinion. That's
like a rated R. I think it should be a rated.
I agree.
That seems like rated R content. It's definitely
too
adult
much.
stuff.
Rape, jerking off. Is there swearing in it too?
Yes.
I'm assuming. Yeah, I think that's it.
There's language all throughout the whole thing. I just told Magnolia, look, you don't want to watch this because I know how she does not deal well with stuff like that.
Right.
She is not ready to watch suicide or.
It's too much to deal with it.
It's way too much for her.
Uh-huh.
She will be haunted with nightmares.
Yeah, not something that Mags needs to deal with.
And thank goodness she was like, thanks for telling me. I'm not going to watch it. Like, she has no interest now whatsoever in watching it.
Okay, good. Well, then that is a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just is. I mean, to show you how big Netflix is, I guess this is a statement that Netflix is leaving YouTube in the dust. ComScore, guess some site that kind of ranks this stuff. They looked at streaming habits in the U.S. for this past December. 49 million homes, or 53%, that have used Wi-Fi for some kind of service, found that 75% of which use Netflix at some point in a month. So if you've got streaming on in your home and you're watching that for your TV and not just like the old school, you're not old school cable person, then 75% of you watch Netflix at some point.
Wow.
53% used YouTube. It's a pretty big margin. It's 20%.
Well, the thing with YouTube, there's stuff on YouTube they offer you can't get anywhere else. They got weird, quirky shit on YouTube. It's awesome.
I think maybe the thing about it is it's harder to find. That's the one thing about YouTube. It's not packaged up real well. It's like you're searching for a while. And that's the one thing that gets me with YouTube. I think it's why teenagers and younger people like it, because they've got time. And they're sitting there like they don't care. They're just going from one thing to the next.
Right.
Me, I need my stuff like what they do on Netflix. I need it front and center. Like, what do I need to watch? Show me quickly, because if I got to spend 40 minutes hunting for it, I don't have 40 minutes to find it, then spend that time to watch it.
But they just have stuff that features only on YouTube. You're not going to get it anywhere else. You find stuff that no one else has. Unique content on YouTube.
Usually what happens and when I use YouTube is when I'm looking specifically for something. I go to YouTube. But if I'm just searching, I go to Netflix. That's the difference for me.
Ah, okay.
Specifics YouTube. If I'm just like, hey, what do I watch? I go to Netflix.
But a lot of times YouTube has stuff that Netflix does not have. So YouTube, there was something we were trying to watch the other day, not on Netflix, not on demand. It was on YouTube.
33% are using Amazon Instant Video. That's how they say it is breaking down right now. And with TV, it is getting to be pretty crazy. Now, I have not seen this story anywhere. But we got this email to us from Ruthie, who said, I cannot believe everybody's not talking about this. The real Hunger Games is happening, like for real. Russia has decided to send 30 strangers to live in some remote place in Siberia with over 2,000 cameras spread out to be able to live stream in real time at any time. These 30 people are trying to survive for 9 months, and it starts on July 1st. They got to stay alive till April 1st, 2018, and everything is allowed, including fighting, alcohol, murder, rape, smoking, anything.
That's not true, because after the game is over, the laws of the country still apply. So if you kill somebody, yeah, you're not going to be kicked off this real Hunger Games game. But if the laws in that country say you can't murder, you can still be held accountable for your murder.
Well,
they can't make
Is this even a real story? Like I said, I haven't seen it anywhere.
I looked into it. I researched it because I was like, oh, my God, they're doing a real Hunger Games? What the hell? And it's not. I mean, the producers of this show can say, oh, yeah, we'll allow murder and rape and whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want.
But after you murder and rape, you can still be held accountable for those crimes by the jurisdiction that you are in.
So, yeah, go ahead. Like, you can murder like we could go out and murder today.
Exactly. Do what you want on your stupid reality show, but you'll still be up for murder if they want to come after you.
So what if you start watching and you start liking one of the players? You can send them supplies too, just like in the Hunger Games. You can sponsor some of the different people that are on the show. And they say everyone's signing, quote, death waivers. Good luck.
I mean, if Hunger Games was real, it would be popular. People would be outraged.
People will watch it.
People would be outraged, but there would be a percentage of people that would tune in and love that.
$1.75 million is what the winner gets. So that's the incentive.
Look, it's going to be huge, but it's not like you have a free pass to murder and rape. And
okay, yeah.
That's not what's going on.
You still can't murder in Russia.
Unless Russia now allows murder. The reality show is telling you do whatever you got to do. But they can't supersede the Russian law, right?
It depends on who's running.
Siberia is just lawless.
Yeah, I don't live over there. I don't know the rules. Do you know all the rules
Don't know
over
what's
there?
going on in Siberia.
The rules state you must understand the police will come and take you away. We are on the territory of Russia and must obey the laws of the Russian Federation. So they're saying it's one thing, but it's not that, because you can't say that. Okay. There's no filming crew. The whole area will be covered with cameras, and each participant has a portable camera that you have to recharge at the end of the day.
Okay. Wow, so it is actually going to happen. I wonder if
Yeah.
I assume that might be something you could watch on YouTube.
Yeah, I bet you will.
No, they won't be able. They won't stream murder and rape on YouTube.
I don't know if the contestants are going to be able to do that.
They can't. You can't. First of all, the fact that they're promoting rape is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what the headline is, and that's why everybody's picking it up, and that's why it caught my attention. I'm like, what? The show's allowing murder, rape, anything?
But seems off.
The show doesn't make the laws. The show can't say anybody can rape.
Yeah, they got us.
got us.
Everyone's
Get a
talking
pass.
about
Yeah,
it. And,
everybody's talking about it.
and it's not going to be. Move along.
Yeah.
She also talks about a perfect girl for JayBird. Virginia, maybe you would be able to sound off on this.
I would love to hear about this perfect girl, this unicorn for our bird.
Yep. Stassi Schroeder. Is that right?
I love her.
From Vanderpump Rules.
I love her. She has a podcast.
Yep.
Straight Up with Stassi. I listen to it every week. It comes out on Thursdays.
Yeah. She says she's obsessed with the show and thinks that Stassi would be perfect for JayBird.
Oh, no.
She's a good old New Orleans girl. She drinks way too much. She has a reputation of being a catty mean girl on the show, a.k.a. Queen Bitch, but she actually has a podcast and is way cooler in real life. And on her podcast, she talks a lot about aliens and other dimensions, technology, and robots taking over the world and so much more.
She also loves serial murder. Just like you do, JayBird. There are a lot of similarities between Stassi and JayBird. I know them both very well.
Okay.
But Stassi's too fancy for JayBird. She's one of those super high maintenance, fancy ass chicks.
Not happening, huh?
He would not be down with her.
No, I definitely don't want high maintenance in my life on any level, whether it's from a bill collector,
And she lives in West Hollywood, which is a little far.
whether it's from my girlfriend, whether it's my HOA. I only high maintenance.
She is from New Orleans, though, and she's a very cool
Yeah.
girl. She was at Mardi Gras a couple years ago, and she's good friends with our old intern, Annabelle.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Tell me how I should handle this. And does this happen all the time? I just got a message from one of the people that's running like my apartment townhouse place over here. They're raising my rent now $50 a month. Do I fight that, or is that normal?
What is your lease? How long of a lease do you have?
I guess it's yearly.
And so is it up on the 1 year mark?
It's coming up, and she just said I just talked to the people, and they'll re-sign you, but it's going to be $50 more a month.
That's normal.
That's normal.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit and take this shit.
Yeah.
Well, you can move, right? I mean, the lease will be up. You can go somewhere else.
You just have to figure out, is it worth it to move? I mean, do you love it there?
No.
I know you don't. That's what I'm
don't.
saying. I mean, like,
I love it because I can walk over to Denny's and we can work on stuff.
Yeah.
If it's midnight, all I have to do is literally walk 10 feet and I can just crash out. I just wanted to know if it was normal or not.
yeah.
Motherfucker. God, you just got to take this shit. God.
It sucks.
It does. All right.
Unless you own.
I hear you. You don't own dick.
Some way to avoid it.
You own pain.
What if you looked into buying one of those little townhouses?
No, I'm not buying a town. If I'm going to buy something, I want to buy it with a yard.
Okay.
Not your thing, huh?
Sorry. It was happening in real time.
Yeah, you know what you should do? You should look into buying something with a couple of little properties on it, and then Denny's can live in one and you live in the other.
Man, I don't hate that idea. This sounds very...
I see you in the farms. I see you in Jupiter Farms.
The farm.
Jupiter Farms. I call it the farms.
No, I know where the farms is at. That's so far from work, though. You live 35, 40 minutes out.
I live 32 minutes away.
Yeah. Depends on what your thing is.
22 if you drive like me.
Do I now? Is this one of those things where I could negotiate? Go, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
You could come back and you could say, $50 is a lot. What if we just raise it 25 and see what they say? But
Yeah.
for them to raise is normal.
Okay,
that
I just
happened to me
I
when
just
was,
I wanted to see because I don't think Denny's is getting his raise, but mine's getting raised.
because you have different owners.
Yeah.
It's all up to whoever owns the property and whatever they think the fair market value is.
Yeah, I was reading something the other day. It was from a business perspective, but they were talking about, in a sense, question everything on that kind of stuff. Like they were talking about even if you go up to get a cup of tea, be like, hey, can I get 10% off on that? The answer might be no, but it's like you get in that mindset of rejection and starting to say, okay, what can I get? Can I get a better price on that?
All right, I'm typing it right now. I'm going to think about it. Let me talk to my people. Like I've got people or something.
Yeah, if you have a business guy's kind of mindset, I guess that's how business people think. They're always like
Okay.
going, okay, now can you cut me a little bit of a better deal on that? Because price is always negotiable.
That's
I
why.
saw it happen at Home Depot. I was at Home Depot and I was buying a bunch of stuff and I had a coupon, but I left the damn coupon at home.
Yeah.
And I told the girl, I'm like, oh, I have the coupon, but I have it at home. It's 10% off. She's like, don't worry about it. I can do that right now. Boom, boom, boom. 10% off. I didn't even have to produce the coupon.
All right.
That's in a sense what they're saying. It was so foreign to me, and as I read, I was like, "Well, that's kind of odd." They said, "Yeah." They said a good way to start off if you want to get the business mindset, question everything. I mean, they may say no, you might not get anywhere, but you're still getting in that mindset. But you're going, "Hey, can I get 10% off on this?"
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you will, through time, start saving money, and then that's the way to be a good business person because it's saving just that little 10% here or 10% there that starts to add up to big savings and a difference.
All
That's right.
This is what I got. I'm going to have to think about it. When do you need an answer by? Let me talk to my business associates first. Does that sound official enough, or is that?
Yeah, if it's coming from anybody but you.
I wouldn't even say no because you got to be the man. I wouldn't put it on anybody else.
So say. All right.
Yeah. You
You're-
are.
Yeah, you
yeah.
are.
You are the man.
You don't need
Okay.
associate. You don't have to ask anyone for permission.
All right.
You are the man.
Let-
It's your $50. Do you want to come off it or not?
Okay. So what is my?
Your answer is, this place is kind of a shithole. $50 is a little high.
It's not a shithole. It's.
What about 25?
It's already so much money though.
you
So
don't
it's
even have
like,
a banister. It's fucking fall down the stairs weekly.
It's a good fucking point. Yeah. You guys owe me $50 in banister fees.
Yeah. That's a great call.
Covered in
You
scabs
should
and
say,
wounds.
I could
Yeah.
arguably say that the staircase is not very safe.
And the other thing
I do
too
have
is
some issues.
I can't shut off my fucking light because it's automatically digital in the wall. I had to turn off the light with a towel. I have burn marks on my hand. Yeah, all right, I liked it.
Yeah.
What am I writing?
Say, $50 is a good increase. I would like to not pay that much or talk about some of the things that I think should be fixed. My staircase is a hazard.
I'd like to shut off a light. I don't know.
And it's a
on
major
Monday night.
inconvenience, that I can't shut off this light.
I almost went to bed to it. It was like 11:30 at night. So I take off the cover of the light.
The cover of the globe?
Like the globe part of the fan. So now it's super bright in my room. I'm like, shit, man. So I try to do it with my hand, burn the fuck out of my hand.
Because you're unscrewing a light bulb that's never been turned off?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a little hot.
But here's the thing, though. The light bulb turns off.
Crazy.
It turns on and off when it wants to. All of a sudden, out of the blue, it just comes on, and it won't shut off. I didn't even turn it on. I have to grab underwear, try to turn it off. That doesn't work. I had to try to get a towel. That
Is it
doesn't
on a
work.
timer somewhere?
It's on a timer.
Is it a motion detector?
No, it's on a timer, but there's something screwy with the Me and Denny's have looked into it. Denny's is really good about this stuff.
Denny's can't figure
He
it
finally
out.
said, dude, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this thing. We went online. Everybody online says the same shit. Like, I haven't turned off my lamp in 3 days.
Wow.
Sorry, I got to calm down. Feel my heart kind of...
Very passionate.
All right, $50 is okay. I said $50 is
50 is a lot. It's a little steep for an increase. I'd like to talk to you about the deficiencies within the unit. Maybe I could consider paying an increase if these areas were addressed. And then address the light bulb, address the banister.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
having you guys on my side here.
So, you want to talk to me? I want to talk to you first.
Yeah, but I think a lot of times, just your first thought is not to just, roll over and take it. That's kind of the business. And when I read that this weekend, I'm like going, yeah, I got to start changing my mindset because too often I'm like going, okay, whatever.
I do that.
We should be doing this everywhere we go. And I don't want to look like a cheapskate sometimes. And a lot of times if people are waiting on us and they're like, oh, that's the KVJ show, I feel even funny about using a coupon because I don't want to look like a cheapskate and have them go, oh, she uses coupons. But
You're thrifty, you're frugal, taking advantage of and that's an incentive that they want and be like, that's why they came in.
you're going to save yourself hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year if you start asking for more discounts from people and asking for people to take money off of your check. They'll do it.
I'm a bit of a doormat, and I usually stand up for myself on stuff. But when it comes to money and going into stores. For example, I bought cologne I didn't want because they're like, this is the best cologne, you need it. I'm like, I don't want to argue, but they're really coming on strong. All right, fine, give me the fucking cologne. And I should have just said, guys, I don't want the damn cologne. Leave me alone. Get off my shit.
You need the banister more than you need cologne.
Yeah, you got a legitimate complaint.
I
with
have
that.
fallen a lot on the banister.
You have fallen a lot.
Let me see. This is a kind of interesting little daytime talk battle. I didn't realize that the Talk was beating The View, and The View has finally now come back, and because they're talking politics, has beaten The Talk for the first time in 2 years.
Really?
They're starting to talk more politics, and The Talk is just sticking with pop culture. And so now The View has started to beat The Talk.
That's interesting.
It is some fascinating
because
stuff.
The Talk is a better show. It's got better chicks on there. They have
Really? Okay.
more insightful opinions, more interesting opinions.
Okay.
The View, to me, was like, ugh, painful.
Really?
Well,
I've never watched really either.
Lucky I can dish on both because I've seen both and I watch both. And The Talk is way better. They at least, I mean, if you have a group of people in a room, you're going to talk over each other once in a while. We do it every now and then. We try not to. They are such an offender of talking over. I mean, Whoopi will start talking about something, and three of them will just fucking go right through her and say, but I want to talk and I want to talk. The Talk doesn't do that nearly like The View does.
Okay, they're a little bit more disciplined.
If I was the producers of The View, I would sit them down and go, guys, just let everyone talk.
You got to listen, and then you start when they're finished. I don't think they get that
What do you
concept.
mean? What?
Nobody's hearing each other.
No, everyone's going to do that. I don't care who you are, but they're just, it's so bad on that show.
I think too. I think sometimes it's a female thing. You've got 5 girls pecking to be the top hen on that show. The Talk gets it.
They do. They get it.
They are cool with each other. Nobody's pecking over there. Julie Chen, she knows she's set. Sharon Osbourne, she knows she's set. But everybody on The View seems like they're pecking.
Was The View that bad when Barbara Walters was there?
It was, yeah. As far as the talking over each other, it still was bad. She would even have to say, okay, guys, please don't talk over each other.
They were a little bit better, though, because Barbara did police them.
They were better.
They were on their
Yeah.
best behavior because Barbara was there in the room watching.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe The View's missing that alpha female. You know, where they don't necessarily have a clear. When Barbara was there was no doubt it was Barbara's show.
I think Whoopi is now, but maybe the girls don't respect her enough.
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah, because with Julie Chen, her husband is Mr. CBS.
He's Les Moonves. So,
Yes.
yeah, good luck getting anything over on Julie.
Yeah, so whatever Julie says is going to go. Because
Yes.
there's nobody. The only person that can override her is her husband. And he's going to be like,
He's like, no, it's Julie's show.
yeah. He's like, I don't even care to get involved with this. So what is the Talk going to do now that The View has actually overtaken them in the ratings? Bringing in Oprah.
They're bringing in Oprah.
Oprah makes her first visit to the Talk on Monday.
I mean, this is the whale, the goddess,
Yeah.
the it thing.
If you're like, if our ratings are dipping, you're Julie Chen, be like, Les, we got beat in the ratings. What do we do? Hold on, let me call Oprah.
Oh, it's genius.
Does Oprah still have that cachet where
Yes.
as soon as she comes in,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, without a doubt.
She's still queen.
Yeah, they got to be like, oh, crap, they're
What
bringing
a,
in Oprah.
What a power move.
Oh, my
That is
gosh.
the ultimate. Well, that's what happens when your husband runs CBS and this is your thing. I mean, this is Julie Chen's baby. And he's like going, I'm not going to have you get beat.
Nobody mess with Les.
Yeah. Like, how much you need, Oprah?
Okay.
Not a problem.
We got this.
Right. I was like, what a power move. I was like, that's pretty fascinating stuff.
I love this behind
Boom.
the scenes. Look at you with your dirt.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
And it's about chick shows that I don't even watch. What the hell? What?
But you're into it because it's drama.
It is.
It's juicy. You'll never watch the show.
You're right.
But it is so interesting because
The power play.
So much money's on the line with these ratings.
No, absolutely. Yeah. It was a pretty interesting move. Well, we got some insight here on our own popular show, the No Name Movie Game. Power play. I can't get rid of it. But Chelsea says, here's why you can't stop playing the No Name Movie Game. And you know what? I may have emotionally invested back into it after this email. She said, here's why you can't stop playing the No Name Movie Game ever. She goes through this last Friday. Denny's partner Oh, I'm sorry. It was St. Patrick's Day.
Uh-oh.
Denny's partner on the St. Patrick Day show answered. Clue 1. Denny said, when you die and become an apparition, you become... Her answer? Pass. Clue 2. If you're thirsty and your animal that has a trunk, elephant, yes. And if you're thirsty, you drink water, yes. Okay, put that together. Final answer, elephant water. Clue 3. What's another name for tornado? Denny's partner answered hurricane instead of twister.
It's hard. You're under the gun.
Clue 4. The hills are alive with the... And the answer, Beverly Hillbillies. She said, I'm dying laughing. You don't need a better partner for Jason. You guys need worse partners for everyone. That was hysterical. Love you guys. That's from Chelsea.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah. It might actually be funny to come back in on Monday and do a quick recap for people that might have missed it. The 3 worst moments from the No Name movie game. And they could be clues or answers.
Look at the film.
Yeah. Might break down the game film. So with that, okay, yeah, maybe if we look at it that way, maybe it is funny. Because there is a lot of stuff where people are going, what? And that seems to be like the number one comment we get from that No Name movie game every single Friday is people are going, oh my gosh, it's like people are complaining about either the clues or the answers.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a jerk and call shade on anybody, but my last 3 partners have been brutal.
So, yeah, it could.
A different level bad. I mean, I know that I'm a big part of this problem, but holy shit, they ain't helping me out.
So it might be the 3 worst moments of No Name movie game. We can track that back on Monday.
But we scrambled them now, so no one picks their own partner. It's just the luck of the draw.
We scramble them, but yet still the same person gets it every fucking week, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. We were talking a little bit about people that were knowing they were going to die. Somebody heard that call that we had. It was just kind of odd that somebody had gone out, kind of like wrote out like what they want everybody in the family to get. It was a call we had on yesterday's show. Grace sent an email about it. She said, you guys are talking about how some people just knew they were going to die and got their stuff together. My grandmother died a few years ago. My mom and I are 100% sure she knew she was going to die because when we went to find something for her to wear for her funeral, all her stuff was gone. All of her family photos, clothes, and jewelry.
Gone?
Gone.
Where'd it go?
She said, they don't know. Only one outfit was left. It was so weird. And it was a perfect fit, I guess, for the funeral. Said she also left us a bucket of hair, which didn't make any sense because she never looked like she had cut her hair. What? So she leaves a dress and a bucket of hair behind.
How was the relationship? I mean, did she hate you guys?
I don't know if that's hate or if that's just weird stuff. She said it's been a couple years and we still don't know what happened to her stuff. My mom was an only child and my grandpa divorced her years before, so there's no way anybody but her could have done it, right? It's not like we would have had aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, or a spouse come in and take all the stuff. It's like she had to do it herself.
I need more details. Did someone find her?
I don't think she has it.
Did they find her deceased? Who found her deceased?
Okay, Grace. Couple questions.
Who found her? And then what was the state of the apartment when they found her? Did someone rob her after she died? Who was she in a long-term care facility? Was she in an apartment? Because in those care facilities, you got to be really careful. A lot of those workers in there are shady. We've heard stories about them robbing the elderly patients they're supposed to be taking care of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
I need more details. Did Grandma hate you?
That is kind of
odd. Was it
yeah.
Grandma's final joke?
Pretty good. That's a mic drop.
That's a JayBird move, like a bucket of hair.
Yeah, it's weird. It's bizarre. A lot of questions, not really any answers. That's how you go out right
if
there.
If you had like a shoebox full of fingernail clippings.
Yeah.
You're like, huh?
Fingernail clippings and then a bunch of dice in there. You're like, what the fuck does this mean?
I don't understand. What is this all about? It's crazy. Okay, let me see. A couple more comments here. One. My wife and I are big fans of the show from David. Let me see. The reason I'm contacting you guys is because I just became aware of a black woman behind many of the vaccines that we are grateful to have today. Her name is Henrietta Lacks. She was diagnosed with cervical cancer The tumor that was growing in her had unusual cells that turned out to be immortal, and doctors illegally took samples of them that helped make vaccines for chickenpox, polio, etc.
Wait, she had immortal cells? They never die?
Great question.
Whoa, what does that mean?
Apparently, she was a genetic anomaly.
Whoa.
But they had to hide her identity because she was black, and the doctor responsible knew if people knew they were going to get injected with cells from a black woman, people would refuse it and possibly put an end to it.
Oh, because it was back in the day.
Happened in the 1950s.
Okay, wow.
She died without knowing that doctors had taken her cells to make the vaccines, and it's not till recently that her family got compensated.
Wow.
Wow. David goes on to say, then I thought about how racism is still an issue today. Hopefully this story can help with that in one way or another. A book was written about her life called The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, Lacks. Tell your listeners about her. She's an important woman in medicine, and not many people know about her story because it was kept hidden all simply because of her skin color.
That's crazy.
Isn't that an unreal story? The things you do not know. Opening our eyes. Appreciate that. So a story that somebody left for you, JayBird, on our Facebook page about a UFO hunter claims to have found remains of a Martian king on the red planet.
I mean, I would love for it to be real. I've been let down a lot.
A Martian king.
It just sounds.
Does he have a little crown? I mean, did he tell you he was the king?
Yes, the Martian was wearing a Bigfoot t-shirt. It just sounds way too good to be true.
I think it was like they're talking about Russia has found a telescope that is like 300 times more powerful than any other.
Look, I don't need any convincing. I believe in this stuff. We need proof. I know that there's aliens. I know that there's other creatures and other life forms. There's no way there's not. If we exist, there's got to be something else out there.
You just got to prove
It's got
what
to
it
prove
is.
it. Yeah, I am convinced. I go to the urn knowing and believing in my heart and soul we ain't the only ones out there.
Yeah.
And I know Ralston thinks that too. He's told me, heart to heart.
I think it's fascinating, but I'm right there with you. It's like, yeah, we do need some kind of proof.
Well, I can only say somewhere, aliens are real. Trust me, guys. I need proof.
Yeah. So there you go. Let me see here. Anything else we got going on today?
We're trying to get this carpet clean, but you know who's standing in the way?
No.
The actual carpet cleaner.
The building manager.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, not again.
Cock blocking.
Why?
He's saying, oh, no, you have to have this, you have to have that. He kicked him off the property.
Really?
He's got to have a certificate of insurance, which they have. They're the carpet cleaner that I use. They're credible. They've got the insurance. He just has to give it to them. The guy kicked him off the property.
This is how he wins. This is the power that the building manager has. He won the last fight with the whole pumpkin thing.
Yeah, now we're his bitch.
He won it, and now we are his bitch. And I got to tell you, it does not feel good.
Well, they're sending over the proper paperwork to get the carpet clean, just to make sure it doesn't smell anymore in here like poo-poo. It doesn't. But just to be sure, we want to get up any kind of scrap that could have flown.
Wow.
But yeah, that's your boy blocking this.
You ever just
Not
get
my boy.
You ever just get a bunch of series of news and it just makes you really annoyed? I'm so annoyed right now with the building manager, with the rent people. I'm so annoyed.
Got a day of annoyance, huh?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Interesting saga. I guess we'll get the latest tomorrow.
So the carpet guy's he's off the
He's kicked off the premises. Yeah.
coach.
Not even allowed to sit in the parking lot and wait. He's gone. He's going to come back thanks to the good people at Padron Carpet Cleaners.
Yeah.
They clean my house, and if you tell them that you heard about it from us, they'll give you $15 off.
We just got to take it, right, Bronk?
I don't even know where it'll be interesting to see if we, are might have to deal with a meeting today because of the planking over poo bit that we did earlier.
Well,
where
if
it smells great now.
We're trying to do the right thing.
It smells fine,
Come on, people.
You
Yeah.
get called into a meeting, we all get called into a meeting. This is like the Titanic.
I don't know. I got to go get my kids from school.
We all go down together, Virginia. Shit, no.
I got a meeting at Magnolia School with the guidance counselor. You don't even want to know.
Well, yeah, you're stuck with me, coach.
All right, we're going together. All right, we'll give you an update on that tomorrow on the regular show. All right, let me see. We got Bud's Chicken and Seafood to say thank you to for today's After the Show podcast.
They're delicious. That is one thing that will turn a bad mood into a good mood.
You are right about that.
Eat a ton of fritters. They're corn fritters with the bird sauce. You'll be very happy.
Turns it around pretty quick, huh?
It does. It actually does.
Do what Baby Rocco does. Get the bird sauce in one hand, get the French fries in the other, and then dip and suck. He dips and sucks all the sauce off, and then dips and sucks.
Can't argue with it.
You don't want to share sauce with this kid, but Rocco definitely setting the pace at Bud's.
Dip and suck that sauce, y'all.
All right, 7 locations in Palm Beach County. Go check them out. Bud's Chicken and Seafood. We'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.